Hey guys, I'm Samantha Williams with Community and Council Realty, the customer care specialist and the licensed realtor. And I'm super excited about our interview today. We have Dan Villalpando, a really good friend and a home security expert, and he's going to give us all the info. Dan, thanks for joining me.
Hey, I'm happy to be here. And I apologize in advance. I'm in an active household, so if there's any background noise, of course, I've got a family and animals and all of that. So if any of that were to occur, enjoy.
Exactly. That's COVID times. I think everybody's used to it by now, is the active household.
Sure.
Awesome. So I guess let's go ahead and get into it because you have so much good information. So first, tell me a little bit about yourself. How'd you get into the industry? What's your business?
I actually got into the alarm industry about a decade ago. I was working for another major alarm company and went through all of my training with them, did a lot of growth, ended up getting into management and running an office down in Jacksonville, Florida, and then I ran another one here in Atlanta. And eventually, it was actually kind of due to COVID. I decided to branch out on my own. Business had slowed down, and I went ahead and opened up my own business, and now I am a Brinks authorized dealer.
Okay, so Brinks is like kind of your mother company, like Keller Williams is ours, but you own your own company within Brinks, right?
Correct. Yeah. So the name of my company is Automate Smart Home. And what we specialize in is, protecting your most valuable assets, being number one, your family, number two, the largest investment you're ever going to make in your life, which is your home. So we want to make sure that nothing bad ever happens, or if we can help prevent anything that happens to your family or to your investment.
Okay, so what brought you into this industry? Were you in another industry prior to home security?
Sure, I absolutely was. So I actually ran a couple of different companies prior to getting into home security. The company that I was running prior, we actually manufactured wine and cocktail mixers. And that company was bought out. And whenever it was, of course, they have their own management team and such. And so I was looking for a change. I had been in more an executive role for a lot of years, and I wanted to be able to be out with people and being able to travel and just meet different people and different families. And so also, I've always been very handy. So I wanted a chance to be able to flex that muscle a little bit and work with my tools on a daily basis.
Okay, well, that's definitely a perfect industry to have the interaction and the handyman kind of combination. So I get concerns from customers and clients all the time. We want a safe neighborhood. That's always top of mind. But I think that sometimes once you own the home, the security and safety can kind of get overlooked. Why do you think that is?
So a lot of people, what I've come to find is they have a reactive approach when it comes to security instead of proactive. So they wait until something's happened to a family member, a friend, maybe in the neighborhood, or unfortunately sometimes to their self. And then at that point, that's when they want to start looking at some options. And the one thing that we encourage is to always be proactive. The saying, the neighborhood's been safe for a lot of years. We've been here in this area for a long time and we know it well, and nothing's ever happened, is absolutely true until something does happen.
Right.
And my job is to make sure that bad things don't happen to good people.
Okay. And I think I had a security system growing up. And I mean, of course, this was like 20 years ago. So it was, you leave your door open for like a second too long. And next thing you know, the police are coming to your house and you hear a loud, beeping. But you explained to me how advanced security systems have come. Can you tell me a little bit about their evolution over the years?
Sure, absolutely. So security kind of grew with us. So as technology grew, so did it. Now, its basics are still the basics. Of course, we want to make sure that we are preventing intrusion and all of those sort of things. So you still have the heart of your security system being, of course, your sensors and making sure everything's taken care of. And that's both with intrusion and fire. Now, as surveillance started to become more popular, we now do things with smart video cameras. These cameras actually record analytics. What that means is it can tell you the difference between a person, a car, or an animal. It will specifically send you a message stating that a person's been detected in your yard. And then, of course, recording a video clip. But then also with the demand of the smarter home, and people wanting more technology inside of their home, now we have a whole suite of options to where we can do energy conservation through smart thermostats that literally can tell if you've made it home or not through the security system. Smart door locks that, of course, you're able to lock with one touch on your phone. And you can also integrate that with your security system. We also these days have smart garage door openers. These are becoming more and more popular because they can be set on a schedule to do the jobs that you forget to do. I forgot to lock up my house. I forgot to close my garage door and set down my thermostat. All of these things linked in together create an ease at home. So you've got a really safe home, but then also all the small little jobs like security guard and all of that we're responsible for on a daily basis, we take all the work out of it for you.
Okay, so I've heard smart home mentioned, I mean, constantly for the past few years. I had no idea that it was in combination with your security system, and I had no idea how advanced smart homes have gotten. Is what you mentioned in combination with security, like kind of all smart homes offer these days? Is that what smart home means?
Sure, exactly. So, I mean, what smart home means is it just creates ease within your life of the things that you're capable of doing.
Okay.
At the end of the day, we're capable of walking to the grocery store, but we've grown from that. So it's kind of the same thing when it comes to the simple duties around your home. But it goes so much further now because paired with a nice smoke and fire system in the home that, of course, we always recommend and we always do. Whenever it is, let's say that smoke detector senses that there's smoke in the hallway, it's going to instantly shut off your thermostat so we're not spreading that smoke throughout your home. I'm also going to set it to automatically cut on lights throughout your home to light a path and unlock the front door for emergency personnel or for you to get out yourself.
Okay, and how is all of this installed? What is that process like as far as how long it takes? Is it complex?
So it's definitely complex, but I employ people much like myself that are factory certified, factory trained, and it takes usually somewhere between an hour and 3 hours, depending on how complex we're becoming. At the end of the day, we would rather be spot on than super fast. We joke around with our customers all the time that, hey, if I did my job right, unfortunately, this is going to be the last time I ever see you. And that's my goal. And it's because we want to make sure that everything works right. The systems are very complex, but I only hire experienced people.
Okay, so is there some kind of education or course that you and your employees would take, or certification maybe?
Sure, absolutely. So depending on which state that we're operating on, there are state licenses requirements with the professional licensing board, but then just also with the state itself. Florida, for example, requires you to be licensed in burglary and fire, which I am. State of Georgia, its requirements are a little bit more relaxed. So that's why I make sure that everybody that I've hired has gone through training with all of the major manufacturers. I perform all of that training for them and get them certified. And then also with the back-end technology, which is called alarm.com, that pretty much all smart homes and security systems are ran off of these days to make sure that they're certified and proficient with those as well.
Okay, I love hearing how much time you put into making sure everybody you work with is as experienced and knowledgeable as you. I think that makes me feel safer, even with the alarm system. Knowing the professional has knowledge of it is huge. So I guess let's jump a little bit more into the system itself. You have mentioned to me, just for my own home, the importance of cameras. Do you recommend them? What cameras do I get? I don't know anything.
So sure, these days, of course, cameras are all high definition. The ones we offer are full 1080i, and the ones that we install also have a lifetime warranty. So we back everything that we put. I highly recommend surveillance for one reason and one reason only, and that's for prosecution. So a lot of times you'll see, even on news and in different articles, if anybody in the area had any type of recording equipment or cameras, be sure to send that stuff to local law enforcement so we can help with the capture of so and so. This is very important to make sure that bad things don't continue to happen to good people in your neighborhood, but then also to you. Sometimes simple crime, such as breaking into a car, is the first step before someone decides, well, I got away with that. Now I can get into their house. So if we can prevent that and hold those people accountable by surveillance, it's great. But it actually has a huge peace of mind. We're all busy these days, super busy, and we have kids. And so to be able to get a text message the minute that your child got to the house off of the school bus, or if they never did get home, you get the same text. But at the same time, you would receive a video clip that they made it in alone. So a lot of it's an accountability measure as well.
Okay, so that is, I have never even thought of the prosecution aspect. That makes so much sense. And the peace of mind with family and pets and whatnot as well. I can see that makes me want a camera.
Right.
That's awesome. So when, let's say, worst case scenario, you do have a burglar or some sort of intruder, how does the Brinks system work? Are the police notified directly, or is there a security expert that reaches out to you and notifies the police on your behalf?
So sure, the way every security system works, and it doesn't matter who you're with, just basic security period, is they're connected to the monitoring station. So we now know that something bad is happening. We need to make sure that this is a real emergency. We're going to try to call you first. Whenever we when we can't reach you, then at that point, we're dispatching the police on your behalf.
Okay.
And that's to, of course, I accidentally opened my back door and it was still armed. We want to make sure that we're not, getting police out for no reason. But yes, it's comes to us first, and then we dispatch the police from there.
Okay. Is there a time that you can expect to be reached, like a 30 seconds, and you're going to have a call from your Brinks specialist?
So the requirement in the industry is 60 seconds or less. We usually receive the information that we need to know that something bad's happened within less than 10 seconds. And within 40 seconds to 60 seconds, you're either receiving a phone call or the police are being dispatched.
Okay, that's very comforting to know. So I would assume that is one thing that sets Brinks apart from maybe other security companies, but is there anything else that really sets Brinks or just your company within Brinks apart from others?
Sure, absolutely. There are a lot of really good alarm companies out there. There's also some that aren't all that great. Look at it like real estate companies. It comes down to a name that you can trust, somebody that's been around yesterday and somebody that'll be around tomorrow. The thing about Brinks is being around for so long. I mean, you see our trucks going up and down the road carrying millions of dollars of cash every day. They're a company that's going to be here tomorrow to make sure that they're going to be answering the phone and servicing your equipment. There are a lot of companies that have come overnight and started up their own monitoring and all of that, and you just don't have the same type of peace of mind knowing that there's a big company behind it. So you look at it a lot like, the company that you're partnered with and that they're partnered with Keller Williams. At the end of the day, Keller Williams is there to hold people accountable. And it's the same thing whenever you're backed by a big name like Brinks.
Right. Oh, I think that putting it into perspective of Keller Williams being our mother company, but we kind of have our own industry standard within. I think that makes total sense. And hearing that you have the huge name of Brinks, everybody knows Brinks.
Sure.
And you still have your own standards, which are obviously pretty high within your personal company. That's super comforting. So we have a couple audience questions, if you don't mind taking some pop-ups here.
Let's do it.
First, as a homeowner, how long does it take to get my home secured via Brinks?
So whenever you request a consultation, a lot of companies will do everything over the phone. I give an option. So I'm very personable. I want to make sure that myself or one of my staff members is actually laying eyes on your home. If you're more comfortable with that over a video chat, of course we can do that, but we always like to take a walk around your home.
Okay.
Once again, being in real estate and then also people having multiple homes and all of that, a lot of times no two homes are alike. And so I never want to do a cookie cutter solution for someone. I want to make sure that I'm not given a false sense of security. I want true peace of mind. So usually within the next day, 24 to 48 hours, we're able to be there unless there is an emergency. If there's an emergency, meaning something bad happened, we are there that day doing the consultation, and the install will also happen that day. We make zero exception to that. I'll reschedule a job for somebody being, proactive, and I might have to move them to the next day in order to better serve a client that has an emergency need.
Okay, that's awesome. And is there like a service area that you work or anything like that? Any boundaries?
So we handle the Southeast. Currently, right now, we are in Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. With my own personal, I'm still out in the field. I'm still doing installs. I'm still meeting with clients and all of that stuff. It's my passion. I don't think I'll ever stop doing that. I'm within 100 miles of Atlanta. So I do a 100-mile radius of Atlanta. And then sometimes for people like you, I make exceptions. And I'll make sure that I take care of some of those clients personally as well.
Okay, that's awesome. I didn't know that your area was so big, or your company's area was so big. That's huge.
Absolutely.
So if my home comes with a security system, would Brinks be compatible with whatever equipment was left in my home by the previous owner?
Sure. So the first thing that we do is we inspect that equipment. We want to make sure that it's up to our standards. And if it is, and it's something that you wish to use, absolutely. More times than not every single time, but 90% of the time, yes, we absolutely can make it compatible. If we're unable to, then what we do is a lot like a buyback program. So we'll look at some of that equipment. If it's still working, has some kind of value, and we can replace it, then at that point, we look at exchanging some of those items. Okay. But we always give the options. We'll weigh out both sides.
Okay. So that's really great to know, because I know me personally, I don't even know some security system here. So it's nice to know that you could work with that potentially. Mm-hmm. So, okay, so we have a big announcement coming up, but before we mention that, how do we get in touch with you?
All right. So, and of course, we'll put this on Facebook later as well and everything. But my telephone number, my office number is 770-299-9930. You can also text that line. It will go to one of my staff members or myself. Or you can send an email to info@automateofgeorgia.com. And that will have one of my staff members reach out to you literally within minutes. We are also located online at automateofgeorgia, all spelled out.com. Right now, we're doing some changes to some branding. So it's just a landing page for the current time, but all of our information's on there too.
Okay, perfect. I definitely plan to use this information so I can get my security system. And I think that you have an announcement to make. You have a very generous, awesome prize, and I'll let you kind of give the announcement.
Sure. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to protect a family, partnered with your company, protect a family that needs a security system. So we want to do, of course, a new touchscreen keypad. This touchscreen keypad is really big. It looks a lot like a tablet. You view all your cameras on there, and you can talk through your doorbell through there, as well as, of course, taking care of all of your security. So we want to make sure that we have glass break protection inside your new home. We also want to make sure that we're taking care of all of your doors. We're going to do a basic smoke system inside of the home. So we want to have a smoke detector in there, one outdoor camera, and a video doorbell. And we're going to be giving this away for free. So now the only catch is, of course, signing up services with Brinks, but we're going to waive all equipment cost. We're going to take care of this. And the total of the system is around $1,900. We're also going to take care of the professional installation. And that in itself is a $199 value. So we're definitely happy to partner up with you guys, and we're excited about protecting the family together.
Oh, this is awesome. So this is our biggest raffle to date and probably our most important. We've given away a lot of like business cards and, vouchers for businesses, but this is a $2,000 security system that a family is getting for free. Correct. And that is huge. So we have already made a landing page for clients and previous clients to enter. It is communityandcouncil.com/home security raffle. Of course, we have a whole bunch of graphics and posts that will show everybody so we can get it all of the attention. The announcement for the raffle winner will be in 1 week. So next Wednesday, when I'm doing my next live, the winner will be announced and put in touch with Dan to secure the best time and whatnot to get this awesome system. Dan, this is amazing. Thank you so much for the knowledge, the prize, and just taking such good care of everybody that you work with. You're awesome.
And thank you so much. And I know you're real passionate about what you do. I follow you guys a whole lot, and our core values are pretty much in line. Yes. And I give you my word, any family that you're serving and I have the opportunity to protect that family, it will be done at the highest standard.
Thank you so much. And of course, Dan is on our vendor list. We will refer him to clients. And this is just a great guy, a great company. Safety is always top of mind. And thank you so much for just being here and teaching us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
We'll see you soon. When you put in my system, I'll see you real soon.
That's right.
Have a great day, Dan.
You too.
Bye.